Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'll be playing Seablock today. In the previous episode we built this awesome power plant that is used for powering this column of city blocks, so specifically chunk, crystal and in the future purified ore productions, as well as geode processing, like 4 blocks processing geodes. That's what is basically happening. We have this line that is crossing our train grid that delivers power over here. Now, the remainder of the base is powered by 3 plants. We have 1 plant here that is taking electricity from these 2 lines of steam engines and these 2 lines separately. Each line is 95 megawatts, right? And then it's getting connected here to transformers. And this one, another 95, also gets connected, right? The second plant we have is here. We have exactly the same thing, 95 connected through a transformer to here, and another 95 connected through a transformer, and we have 1 more here, right? 95 connected here. Well, 97, I don't know why, it's a little bit larger, I have no idea. Here 95 connected to the main grid through a transformer. That's basically the idea of what is happening here. What I want to do in this episode, I want to build this cobalt steel city block, because we have enough of materials to produce. We have the crystals needed for production of the cobalt, right? We need Lite, we have it here. We need Lite, Critinium, Bobmonium. We have Lite, Critinium, and Bobmonium. So we have all 3, and in theory we should be able to build, make some cobalt steel. Let's actually see what we need for cobalt steel. We need cobalt steel, right? Let's say we want, I don't know, 30, 60, let's go for some standard number, 54 I think. We were going for 54 in the past of different things. So let's say we are going for 54. We'll need a lot of steel for that, a ton of steel actually. That's kind of unexpected a bit. And we need some cobalt ingots. We'll use, we have on this process, so we'll be using this one. And for that we need some carbon and we need charcoal. We can actually feed everything with carbon, just because it doesn't really matter at this point. Right, and we'll need to produce 2 things for this. We'll need to produce the carbon using, I think, this recipe. Right, from 3.2 charcoal. That is that seems to be very straightforward actually. How can we get the steam? We can get it like this, right? And another thing that we need to do, we'll need to get some cobalt ore. And we'll be getting it through this process. Oh, we'll need ore sorting facility 4. Interesting. So we basically need 3 ore sorting facilities in order to generate a lot of cobalt steel. The thing with cobalt steel, I don't think we need it for a lot of things. Let's see. Plasma turret, bearings, wheels. Okay, that's interesting. What is this? Interesting. So we need it for yellow signs. That's that is okay, but it means that we'll need a lot more steel in the future. Okay, let's keep this in mind. Let's keep this in mind that we'll need a lot more steel, and maybe once we switch to nuclear power, we'll be able to dedicate this block to the steel production. Maybe that will be the way to go. I don't know. I guess we'll see. What we see from this one is that we need some charcoal, and we have exactly the thing for charcoal, right? We just need to move a little bit this power lines, this side, and I want to delete this whole part. I'm not sure how exactly this will be set up, how exactly it will work. We'll see. But this should allow us to take our favorite charcoal blueprint and just place it here. And it should, in theory, work. It might even get a connection to this power plant, which would honestly be fine. It will be fine. Now, once this, like when this part is built, what else do we need? We need some accumulators to smooth the load a little bit. We need to consume electricity, and right, we have a tiny problem. And the tiny problem being the fact that we need to build this ore sorting facility that requires titanium, and we do not really have titanium anywhere. So we need titanium plates. And we also need processing units. Oh. Interesting. This is interesting. So in order to be able to have pure cobalt production, we need to figure out what exactly we are doing with titanium and gold, because processing units require gold. And let's see. So in order to get titanium, gold, cobalt, and uranium, we need to first get titanium and gold. And we can get them by sorting, let's see, aluminum, gold. So these two have gold silicon, gold zinc. This one has aluminum and titanium. Actually, not a bad idea to sort titanium crystals. And this one is not interesting. Sapphire crystals, titanium. And here, aluminum, titanium. So I need to figure out which ones to sort. I don't want to sort this one because it produces too much tin. Lead might be okay. So if you compare this to this, no wait, nickel or lead, I would go with this one, Cratinium. Cratinium crystal sorting is how I'll be getting titanium and getting gold. What are our options? This is not gold, no gold, no gold. It's either rubite or Babmonium. I don't want to do it with Babmonium, but I don't have rubite crystals yet because I don't have nitric acid. But I do need nitric. No, we don't need nitric acid for the blue chips. Okay. We need to figure something out. Let's say that... Let's forget about this part. let's forget about this train station here. We will not have it. Let's say we want a couple of things. We want to have okay, first of all, it looks to me that I'll be concentrating on nitric acid today, because that is the part that we can actually do. I don't feel like we can do cobalt, like cobalt steel, the way I want it to look, at the very least. I mean, I could still try to build something, but it will not look as nice as I want it to. Right? Okay. Let's see. So we'll have uranium here. And we'll have it here because we want trains to be able to deliver stuff here. For them to like take left turn and to go deliver things somewhere here. Probably actually. We'll see, we'll figure that part out. This will be for uranium. What we also need, we need to get titanium. And for titanium, which kind of things we're actually interested in? We're interested in titanium. Wait, where is it? No, this is not titanium. Titanium will be here. It's like tier 3 thing. So we will be interested. Let me check. Titanium. What do we actually want? Titanium powder. So let's say we are getting what are ingots? Yeah, ingots. They are used for titanium powder, for molten titanium, and for nitinol, whatever the thing is. And nitinol is giving us nitinol plates. Titanium powder is used for titanium paste, is used for, okay, stuff that we probably don't care about. At least I don't want to think about it just yet. Of molten titanium that is used for titanium plates. So we want two things basically. Wait, unless we actually are interested in the ore as well. Where is the ore? Is titanium ore? Titanium ore? Right, we need titanium ore, we need titanium plates, and we need nitinol. Right, we need three things with titanium. I'm not sure about placing nitinol in the same place, but I guess it's fine. Let's add the tags. So we want titanium ore, and we'll have it, let's say here. Yeah. We want to have titanium plates here, and we want to have nitinol plates right here. That's the idea. Another thing that we need gold, right? Let's take a look. The gold, we're using gold for ingots, process gold, and again for blue catalysts. So let's add a tag with gold ore, because turns out we want to export it. Yeah, I feel like this is the, no, not this one. Off by a little bit. Yeah. We want gold ore. We will be using gold ore for what? To get gold ingots, and gold ingots are used. What? Fluoric acid. What is that? Wait, gold ingot is used to consume this thing. So 12 gold ingots. Gold ingots are going to 120. becomes gold cathode, which is 2 times more, but it takes a little bit more gold. And we are getting gold ingots. Okay, this is just some process with smelting, I guess. Like more efficient smelting, gold 2. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Gold powder, gold paste, yellow, and artifacts. Why do we need these ones? For batteries, power armor, energy shield. Okay, so this part is completely useless to us. Because we don't have character. We're just not interested in all these pastes at all. So what we do want? We want to get molten gold, and we want it to be converted obviously to plates, the golden plates, and then we'll produce everything from here. So the only other output, it seems, is golden plate. But let's add the plate. Where's the plate? Yeah, golden plate. It will be here, and we'll be producing it. Nice. Nice. This is looking pretty good. How's our land feeling? Bots are working. They're doing something. So I guess we'll be working on nitric acid today. And while we are doing it, we can actually tell this the bots to build this blueprint. Okay, I don't like the fact that we have radar here. I want to remove the radar because I'm kind of turning this thing around. So let's not have radar here. Let's build this part as well. Just because, you know, just because we can build it. And we want to connect power, not like this, sorry, like this. So we have power connection. We can also actually connect power to this part. Nice, this one. And this one. Okay, power is connected. The bots will build it at some point. It might take them a while, but it will be done. Right. We were working on this part and we never quite finished it. And now we are working on nitric acid. So we'll build nitric acid here. It will be mostly a straightforward thing. I want to look at the bots, like what is actually happening with the bots. So they are... Okay, some of them are building stuff here. Some of them are filling things here. And... why are they going here? Right, because we have a chest. Okay, that is okay. And some bots are flying here. Very slowly, but it's happening. Of signs, we are a bit short on blue signs. But it's being made, so we are producing blue signs, it's just that we are a little bit slow about that. Why is that actually? Let's see. Blue signs. We want... we need 25 assembly machines, and we do have 25. And yellow belt should be enough here. I guess the problem is... the problem seems to be this part. The fact that it's not... like what we have is not really balanced. Okay, that's a tiny problem. I want it to be a bit better, but... okay, let's ignore this thing for now. Let's do it differently. Let's say we will have connection. Oh, I see now. So the problem, the real problem here is this underline belt, because it slows us down by 2 times. Yeah, so this is the problem. This should increase our blue science production quite a bit. We'll wait for the robots to do that at some point. Now, let's get back to nitric acid. What exactly are we doing? We will go with this process, with like second process, second line, and then we'll also have third one, and we'll probably scale it to a larger number. We'll see. Or maybe it's fine to keep it as is, and then we'll just have both of them kind of working. Okay, both of them need some oxygen. How should you do it? Let's see. I want to build a new build for nitric acid. I want to build something not for like research purposes, but what we will actually use. And we'll use this one all the time. Let's say we are going for like 500 or something. Actually, let's say we are going for a different thing. Let's say we are going for nitric acid in a barrel. Okay, not in a barrel, in a canister. And we are going for, let's say, 10 canisters, which means 1 barrel and pump. So let's say we are scaling it for 1 pump. That means 500. Sounds good. 500 acid means that we'll need this thing and some purified water. Let's build purified water. We'll build it later. We'll need nitrogen dioxide gas. And this thing will come from okay, this is already becoming a little bit tricky because it can come from sodium from like this process. It produces some monoxide gas and dioxide gas. Okay, let's do this. This thing will come from this path, except we are interested in dioxide, and dioxide, let's say this is like 50% or something. Dioxide can be produced from monoxide. So we could have, right, I need to do it differently. Dioxide is produced from monoxide, but we will not produce all monoxide here. Like, not all dioxide will come from monoxide. Some of it will come directly from this, because and maybe we should do matrix solver. What's the actual percentage? 83. Okay, sounds good. So the way this would work, we'll have this ratio 1:1 that will need to be scaled for our amount of sodium nitrate, and it will be producing some nitrogen dioxide. In addition to that, we will also have this part of nitrogen dioxide scaled. I'm confused. Okay, monoxide. How can we get monoxide? We can get it from here, and we can get it from green metal catalyst. And this dioxide, how are we getting? We have this process that we are kind of interested in a little bit, and we have this process, but we want this process to be able to cover 100% of our needs, and this will be just some extra. Okay, let's do it like this. So this is covering 100% of our needs. and it requires some monoxide gas. And the monoxide will come from here, a little bit will come from here, and majority of monoxide will actually have to come from this process, from green metal catalysts. Let's say that this is a really tiny bit, like 20% or something. I mean, it can be more. We can actually completely remove it and we'll just add it somewhere, right? We'll be producing monoxide thing using this process somewhere. And we'll need a little bit of chemical plants. So this part will be fine. It will be working. I still want to. How do I do it? I kind of want to. I don't know. Maybe let's say we are doing it for 20%. 20%. For 20%, and the remaining thing we're doing for 125%. Right, and now the numbers should mostly match. Can we do it for more? Yes, we should be able to do it for more. Nice, so now this part should be able to cover everything, and we have a little bit chemical plants to process some amount of sodium nitrate, and the exact amount of sodium nitrate that we need to process is 10.5. Okay, because that's how much our carbide processing is producing. Okay, so let's think. I think I miscalculated something here. Maybe it should have been. No, it's correct, right? I don't understand why we have 1040. I'm not sure. So we are taking, like, we are producing 20% of nitrogen monoxide here. Oh, because we are getting some dioxide in the process. Okay, that's fine. Green metal catalysts. That's simple, right? We know exactly what to do. Ammonia and oxygen. So we'll need quite a bit of ammonia, and we'll need a lot of oxygen. Let's see how. And we also need a little bit of compressed air. Let's move this compressed air over here, because we'll keep it with this build. So it's 1-to-1 ratio. Nice. And now let's figure out the ammonia part. How exactly are we building ammonia? Oh no. This doesn't look very good. Because this requires hydrogen. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it requires hydrogen. It's a bad sign. 50. No way. No. 6. Okay. 6 looks much better, significantly better. And we are doing it using this process, which is just 2 hydro plants. So this part will generate us a lot of hydrogen that we require. So we'll have hydrogen, and we'll also need to have some oxygen and nitrogen. We'll have oxygen being produced together with nitrogen, and we'll link them by oxygen. So we'll have a lot, like we'll have a huge oxygen build. I think that's it. So we have this thing as an input. We have a little bit of stuff for catalyst. We also need a similar thing for the other catalyst. Where are they? Here. Like this. And now it's just a matter of building this part. Let's build this thing, and we should probably tell our robots that we are ready. We are ready to do that. Nice. It's 30 minutes into the episode, and I'm only now starting to, well, I'm continuing, I guess, to landfill the thing. We can connect this spot, and I guess could place another port somewhere here. Right? Seems like a good idea. Now, we have a couple of pieces here. So we have the piece producing hydrogen. This one, right? 1.4 and 5.4 electrolyzers. We had somewhere very, very similar thing. We had it here. And I want to copy this tiny block that we are using as part of this build. So this basically will be what I'm doing. Like, this will be the way I'm getting these two things out of the way. Oxygen, except we do not want to void the oxygen, right? We are not gonna be voiding oxygen. We will be transporting it somewhere. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to actually connect everything properly. So let's say we can Okay, I cannot really center it, right? Seems like I cannot. Okay, let's do it like this. So we'll have nitrogen coming here, and we'll have oxygen. Sorry, not nitrogen, hydrogen. We'll have hydrogen coming there, and we'll have oxygen coming here. This will basically be the build, or at least like the connections, and with them, so let's say we have this two. We'll need a block producing even more oxygen, and it's really limited by oxygen. So we will want priority of oxygen to come from here. Well, not priority, we want to consume all oxygen from here, and we want to add some extra from this part with 21. How can we get 21? It's a bit interesting how it's looking. So we basically want the ratio 2 to 1, more or less. How could we ensure such a ratio? We could have this thing. No, I don't know how to connect all of this, because this is a lot of compressed air. Let's do it differently. Let's just have half of it, meaning 11. Sounds good. Connect it with a pipe, and we'll have this placed. Where is the center? Here's the center. We need 7, right? We need more than 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll have the same thing here. So this has 7. Except I needed to turn them. It's okay. And there are 2 products here. There is oxygen, and there is hydrogen. right? There are two things. We can turn this around actually and produce more or less the same thing. And you can have more or less the same thing produced on the other side. And we can actually make it a little bit nicer. Okay, I really like what we are getting here, by the way. I think this is pretty cool. Build. Let's do it like this. Let's copy this part. Maybe stamp it a couple of times. I think I built too many. 14, right? We don't need this 2, we need only 12. I think we're going... No, we needed 14. That was correct. And now, to think about this, I was thinking that I could actually move the center part kind of closer to the left. It's okay. So here we have... we'll need some power poles. Let's set some power poles, just because without power poles we cannot really do anything. So let's say we have 2 power poles here, and then we kind of follow it up like this. I guess this kind of makes sense, I think. Except this one is not really covered by anything. Okay. Like this. It's gonna look nice, and you can even make it a little bit nicer. Okay, so we have these 2 things built as well. Let's check 2214. That is enough. So we have enough of this 2. Now the tick. Only ammonia needs this part. So this part is needed only for ammonia, and this part is also needed only for ammonia. Because we have nitrogen and we have hydrogen. And we need 3 hydroplanes for the ammonia. Let's have 3 hydroplanes, and as well as assembling machine to produce catalysts, right? So we'll have... How should we do it? We can basically have this thing for ammonia. This is our ammonia. We'll need some inputs. I don't get why the robots are deleting the connection, like the pipe. I don't understand exactly what's going on there, but it's okay. Let's check that this is all linked correctly. It looks correct at first glance. Right, so let's think. So we need to have these catalysts taking red metal, and they will be producing ammonia. We can actually turn catalyst around and place it somewhat like this. And we can even fit this thing partially inside this block to make it look really, really nice. So with this, it will look kinda nice, except for the output being on the other side of like output of the gas. But that's okay, we'll just pipe it somewhere. We don't produce a lot of ammonia, just 200. We can basically do whatever we want, and it will be fine. I actually probably want to move it a little bit outside of it, because I do not want... I want to have enough space for like inserter to do the inserter thing. And maybe, just maybe, I actually want the output to be on the other side. How should I do it in this case? let's say like this, right? We can connect it here. So we'll have a connection with nitrogen. We will have some input from this side, 1, 2, 3. We'll have to have something like this along these lines. We'll see. We will see. We'll have a belt coming here. We'll have a belt coming out. How are we building this thing for the rubber? So we have this thing in the belted outputs. We are using what is it? Where I am? Why my character is not where it's supposed to be? That's the question. Why am my character is in the wrong spot? Also, where are we building nitrogen? Right, we are building it above. Okay, so basically we want the thing to look like this. Maybe even like this. Right, let's cut it, paste it here, and we want it to be red belt because it can be a red belt. So we'll just have it as a red belt. Easy. Right, that's kind of how it looks. Actually, we made it look like this here, so let's repeat this because I want kind of consistency, or as much consistency as I can get, I guess. So we have this part, we have this part. And there is enough space for both of them, actually. That's very interesting. We have enough space to build. Oh no, this is so slow. Okay, this is better. This is significantly better. Right. So with that, we built. Okay, this part actually is even requesting something. We built this one and we built this one. Now what we'll need a very similar setup that takes ammonia gas and oxygen. We have oxygen. We have ammonia. I am no longer sure about this part of the build, to be honest. I am no longer convinced it is the right way to go about it. So this is input. That means that I actually wanted the setup probably to be like to be something like this. And I want to fit it as far as I can over there. So let's just do it. We'll fix it a little bit later. So that's one part that we're interested in. Another part that we're interested in, let's get back to this one. We want to get this ammonia and we want to feed it into this setup. Let me place this thing again. Right, I want to change this a little bit. Let's take it from there. Let's actually copy it. Let's place it like this. We'll remove it from here. So we'll have ammonia produced here, and we will have a very similar thing like this one. Wait, the green one produced here. that one. And we have a similar one with these chemical plants produced here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the idea. Now, the problem is that I kind of want them a little bit to the side, maybe here, because I want this part of the build to go in this corner. Right. I feel like this would be enough, because we have oxygen. The oxygen will come here and it will... How should we do it? This oxygen will fill up this oxygen. So we will have basically like a connection for the oxygen here that will, you know, will connect it with the overflow valve. That's not a problem, like there is enough space here. And we have hydrogen coming out. Hydrogen and here also, and all of this are connected, by the way. Look at this. We have full connection of hydrogen, and we'll have full connection of oxygen here. We can even connect, I guess, oxygen directly as well. Like this, if we wanted to. I guess we might want to, because no, I want to kind of keep it the same way it was, except I want to turn it so that... Wait, oxygen is still connected behind. No, now oxygen is connected from this side. That's what I want. I don't know why. Actually, it's kind of strange. Why did I do that? I don't understand why I did it. It's okay. That's fine. We have hydrogen connection that we need here, and we need oxygen connection. So we can actually get these two things and place them somewhere here. Right, let's see. We have hydrogen connection. Get it. Let's see. Here. And we have nitrogen connection. We have a need for this stuff, for ammonia, so we'll give ammonia here. And we need to have some oxygen, so we'll also have some oxygen provided. So this is oxygen, this is ammonia, oxygen, ammonia, oxygen, ammonia. We can provide it directly like this. 1, 2, 3. Easy, right? And we just did that. The only problem is that it doesn't leave us any room for the inserters, unfortunately. And we kind of want inserters, so let's not do that. Let's do it differently. Let's provide all of our ammonia here. Right, yeah, we can do it here. It's pretty much the same. So we have all ammonia coming here. We want to change the inserters a little bit, and we want to kind of copy them here. Wait, except it's supposed to look in the other direction. Like this. This is output, and this is output, and this is also output. And the result of this is nitrogen monoxide. So we'll have some of the gas provided here, and maybe we'll deliver it here. We have 400 of it. It's kind of a large number, but it's not super large. So it's like some number. It's a number, you know. Let's see. So this thing should be working. We'll need to change a little bit these assemblers, but overall, like, there shouldn't be any problems here. The only part that we kind of need to do to figure out, we need to figure out oxygen delivery, and we can do it like this, and this is our oxygen, and it's coming from here. We have a connection. Well, I kind of wanted it to fit, to be honest. We got to have oxygen fit nicely into what we're doing here, so do it like this. Hydrogen is connected here. Oxygen will be connected. Wait, this is oxygen. So hydrogen is connected like this. Oxygen will be connected like this. And here we will be relying. This is very important, by the way. We will be relying on top-up valve. So we do not want to export oxygen here if there is already enough of it produced in the system. And we can even add an inline storage tank here. And maybe also inline one here, just to have it. And here we can have something interesting happening. We can have an overflow valve specifically for oxygen. Overflow valve? Wait, not top up, overflow. So if we have too much oxygen, we want to flare it, right? That's the idea. Because, again, the main point of this part of the build, the main point, what we are trying to achieve here, we are trying to generate enough Wait, one moment. I think I'm not correct. The main thing we care about here is oxygen, right? So let's do it like this. We'll have nitrogen coming in here through a overflow valve. And right, and nitrogen, we want to consume it here. This is the main source of nitrogen that we have. And let's add a thing here. So we'll have a storage tank for nitrogen. We have a storage tank for oxygen. We will have a top-up valve. Actually, I'm not sure I like this storage tank for oxygen. Maybe even this one for nitrogen. We can make them, we can place them really nicely. We can just place them here, 1 and 2, for oxygen and for nitrogen. Right, I think this is looking better. And here we are filling this pipe with oxygen only if we have to. And the excess of oxygen. Top-up valve. Right, it will just stop. It will block the work. The oxygen will stop flowing and the nitrogen will stop being generated. But our build produces way too much nitrogen anyway, so it's okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kind of have a feeling that this thing should be working correctly, to be honest. It requires some inputs, right? So it requires 2 belts. One belt needs to go here, one belt needs to go here. Okay, not like this. say this was one belt. What's going on here? Doesn't match exactly. It's okay. It is totally fine. So we'll have second belt going there. And these two belts need to have, so we build this part as well. So the left belt needs to have aluminium and silver. Let's actually produce this. Not produce, let's request them. So this belt will have two things, and this belt will also have two things. And we need, first of all, to make sure it's on. We might even want to place the requester blueprint here. It's strange that it wasn't on. We want to call it acid, right? Or acids. And we want to say that it's nitric acid. This one. And yep, that's input. That's correct. We want to get a couple of things here. We want to get some iron. Let's say 200, just because we don't want to think about it. Like, we want to have full aluminium, I guess, next, and silver, right? Aluminium and silver. Just, I'm assuming that's what we actually want. And wait, we also want sodium nitrate. Right, let's ask for sodium nitrate. What is it? Sodium nitrate, this one. Right, 200. This is the important thing that you'll be requesting lots of. Right, this acids. Acid out. Right. And let's see. This one, we want it to be iron and copper. And this one we want to be aluminium and silver. Then we will get them over this path. And from here, kind of just want to, to move them to the side, I guess, a bit like this, right? Okay, we have them, and we can kind of have them go like this. I mean, it doesn't particularly matter how exactly we're connecting this, but I just thought that such connection wouldn't waste too much space. And with that, we should have the build pretty much, well, not exactly ready, but like a huge chunk of it would be working. Right, because with this one, what we have, okay, let's say what we don't have. We don't have the part that processes the materials that we actually care about. Okay, that's true. We don't have the part that processes this thing, but it's not really hard to get it, and yeah, we'll just have it built here. We need 2 air filters and 2 chemical plants. We could actually make it a little bit more interesting. We could say that we are going 1-to-1. Actually, this is looking pretty good to me, because what it allows us to have, it allows us to pull a belt here, right? We can pull a belt, let's say somewhere here, or even in the middle. triangle like this. And we can have power pole. And we can have an inserter. Just taking stuff from the belt and placing it and like feeding it with sodium nitrate. And we could even make it a stack inserter. I'm not sure which one is better. So stack inserter has higher stack size. We'll see, we'll figure this out. It's honestly whatever. So this one has like 2 oxygen lines and this one has 1. Which is the one that we care about? Our output, the main thing is nitrogen dioxide is with the 2 lines. Okay, so this is the main output and this is just something that we are getting along the way. Right. Then we can build actually even more of this stuff. Right, we can build even more of that. And here we are also getting this thing. The one with 1 line. With 1. And then we'll need to convert it by using a lot of oxygen. So we are getting oxygen from here. We could also, I guess, get it from here directly. Let's figure this part out. So first of all, I want to move this one here, and next we have this one producing nitrogen dioxide. Wait, no, nitrogen monoxide. So dioxide, this thing, it's like our main output. We are like, let's say we built a little bit extra just to be able to closely go through the closely process everything. And let's say we are getting those things from somewhere, probably from the other side. I mean, we could have it working like this. We could actually also have them being delivered from the side as well, just to make sure the process is a little bit faster. That's fine. So we'll have sodium nitrate being taken from both sides of this, from both warehouses. And this part will be generating a lot of nitrogen monoxide and, okay, a little bit of nitrogen dioxide and a lot of nitrogen monoxide, or the other way around. Anyway, what we want to have priority over this nitrogen monoxide, over this one. So this monoxide should have a priority over this one. That means that this monoxide should be delivered here. Where is monoxide? This is monoxide and this is dioxide. So with one thing, it's a monoxide. It's so complicated. Need to move it a little bit for it to fit in really nicely. I feel we need to make it go like this. And it needs to use top-up valve here, right? Right. And now we have the output here that we need to use. So we have all of this process. We need to place, let's see what we need after that. We need basically 1-to-1 ratio from between these two. Let's change this a little bit. Let's say that. Okay, I just want this to use this process. And we want to build this part. That's the only thing that we really care about at this point. And we also need to get some oxygen. Where is the oxygen? The oxygen we have here. We have some oxygen here, so we can actually deliver some oxygen. So we have oxygen. And we have this stuff. Monoxide and dioxide. And we have dioxide going also directly. Oh, this is tricky. Wait, I'm confused. This is monoxide. It is backfilled by some stuff. That means that dioxide that we are getting here should be a priority. Should have a priority in order for the process to work. Okay, let's just try to build something. Let's say we have this part that takes oxygen and something. And it outputs things to here that needs kind of the same thing. We need this liquid or gas, and we need purified water. And we need 9 of these things. The thing is that we want this part to work only if there is no nitrogen dioxide available in the system already. Right? That means that we actually want this thing to use top-up valve. So we'll be using top-up valve. And we'll want 9 copies of this. How many of that? 9. So this is what we want here. Right? Or am I not correct? I might be not correct actually here. Let's check again. So we can also copy paste this part. I'll probably do it like this. So let's check again. We have the process that produces some monoxide, and we want to use monoxide. So we are using monoxide coming from here. We also have some dioxide, and the dioxide that we are getting should have a higher priority than the dioxide that we are producing with these chemical plants, because we do not want this process to be stuck. We want it to always consume these things. How are they called? This one's sodium nitrate, I guess. Right, we always wanted to consume sodium nitrate, and we'll have the same thing here. Right. Let's take a look actually at what's going on here. I think we're missing some water, and this part is working already. We are missing a coverage via rubber port. We'll have it here. And this part will generate a lot of nitric acid, and that's actually the output that we're interested in. So here is our output, nitric acid, and now it's just a matter of barreling it with a barrel. So we have a barrel. We'll have it here somewhere, I think. We'll have a loader kind of going here. And we will need to make sure that we are not producing, like, we'll put a limit here on the thing, and we'll need empty barrels in order to be able to barrel the output. Like, oh wait, not barrel. We need these things, empty canister. We need lots of them. Right, and let's request canisters here. Well, not request, but let's kind of get them here. And I guess about them like this. So here are the canisters. They will be coming. Kind of want it to look like this. This. And we'll be loading them up with any loader, doesn't matter which one. That's it, I think. Let's double check. So this part is getting something. And we should start getting ammonia. Wait, we don't have hydrogen? Right, we don't have hydrogen because this thing is not fully built yet. Could actually have doubled it. Like now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't use that much space. And we have enough space to double the amount of nitric acid. But we already have more than enough, I think. Like, we have more than we need. Because this part requires only 210 nitric acid. And this one doesn't actually require any. But the blue circuits will also require some, and that's not this huge amount. So we are way overbuilt on nitric acid, which I guess it's a good thing that we are overbuilt on it. Right, is this limited? It's not limited to canisters, we have to limit it. And now we can deliver them. And we're missing some power here. So let's add a power connection. Here we need to say that we are using nitric acid and we are filling the barrels with it. Right, and I almost forgot. We have to have a connection saying that we are looking at nitric acid canisters and we want it to work only if we have less than 250, well, 2500. Let's take a look. Is this thing working? Yes. It's producing some nitrogen dioxide gas and monoxide and dioxide. This monoxide, 100. And dioxide is not really used by this process. Because we don't have purified water, yes, that's what we forgot. We forgot to get ourselves some purified water. Let's see. How hard is this to do? We need 4 hydroplants of purified water. Let's do this. 4 hydroplants. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Hydroplant. Copying it. We need 5 of those. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, we didn't need 5, right? We needed 4. It's okay. Actually, probably should place them here. We'll place them here. And we'll have some purified water. provide it right here. I probably shouldn't do this, but I just want to give them dedicated water, because why not? And we want to clarify all saline water that they will be producing. Like this. Oh, like this. Let's just do it direct. It's fine. It's fine. We want to place some lamps here, right? That's a very important part of the build. We have lamps here. We have lamps here and here. We want lamps here somewhere. Say in the middle here and in the middle here. This will be enough. Here, what's the idea? Yes. Something like this would do. A similar thing. Okay. Honestly, this is looking good enough to me. Let's produce purified water, and that will be it. I believe with that we have the build working. We are for some reason missing. Right, it has to be enabled. We're missing light here because we're using old design for the old blueprint for the station. Okay, let's take a look. This thing is supposed to battle lots of nitric acid, and we're supposed to be getting lots of it. So dioxide. Okay, we don't have monoxide coming from here, but we already have dioxide consumed. Also, we are short on. Wait. This is bad. This is supposed to be oxygen. That is not how it's supposed to work. And oxygen, and we can get some oxygen like this. Not the best connection. I kind of thought that this line is aligned with oxygen and not this one. If I knew this, I would have moved it a little bit up, but you know, it's okay. So this is not working. How we ate through all nitrogen dioxide that we got from here, and now we have only monoxide remaining, and we really want. I want to see the above part actually working. What are we missing? We're missing ammonia, and for ammonia we're missing nitrogen. And nitrogen. Wait. That is tricky. I want to have nitrogen connection here. How do we connect nitrogen? So this part is not nitrogen, this is oxygen. This one has nitrogen, but this part is not ideal. So let's say we have to have nitrogen coming here. It means that the oxygen would come here. But we would still be missing some of this. So we bring it here. And we need nitrogen connection, right? I mean, it could be a direct one. Okay. This should work. It's not the prettiest thing, but It should be fine. Hopefully it will be fine. It should work. I expect it to work, let's put it like this. I expect this to work. Let's wait for robots to construct it. Right, the important part is to connect oxygen there. And this part is stuck on oxygen. And it's not exporting more because we need to make sure. I'm actually surprised why these things are not working. They don't have enough purified water. Oh, we need to clarify this thing. How could I forget about that? I completely forgot about the fact that saline water needs to be clarified. Okay, let's do this. Here we have it. This is looking pretty good. Let's see. We are producing ammonia now. Wait, this is ammonia. This is not nitrogen. This is ammonia. And this one was supposed to be nitrogen. What did I do here? Why? Why did I do it? Okay, now it should be good. It's actually looking better. It is actually looking better than the spaghetti, like pipe spaghetti that I had initially. So we'll have nitrogen coming in. This thing needs monoxide being consumed, and it can be consumed because we have to have some oxygen. Wait, why this thing is not getting oxygen? Oh, because of this part. Right, okay. That's not what I wanted. I wanted... This is a tricky one. How do we do that? How do we do this thing? We are using a trick with a non-return valve. We'll place a valve here. This should prevent these pipes from connecting. We don't actually need non-return here. I mean, it's not going to return either way, but we will use this valve just to make sure that there is no connection between these two pipes. Yeah. First time I'm using non-return valve for this purpose. Or like first time I'm using a valve that... Like first time I'm adding a valve just to solve this problem. In the past I kind of was able to use valves that I already had to have in order to prevent things like this happening. For example, like one good example is this one, right? Like here, this valve, or this valve. They're placed kind of not by accident here, they're placed in order not to have the connection, but the thing is, I needed these valves here, like they're serving a kind of their primary purpose, and not allowing regular pipe to connect to this pipe is like their secondary use. But for this valve, like it's primary purpose in this case. Okay, look at this. We finally have it working. We got a lot, and I mean like really a lot of nitrogen acid. Yeah, that's what we're building, I think. Nitric acid. We have lots of nitric acid being produced. Some of these things are looking a bit strange, like this one. Right, it is looking very strange. Indeed. Now it should be looking better. So it looks very strange because it wasn't actually working, but it is producing some monoxide. Monoxide is coming here, and well, it will come there if we are getting like too much of it. Actually, let's add storage tank here just because I want to have all of these things kinda somewhat buffered. And we could have a storage tank here as well. I'm not sure why I would need this storage tank, because this is with the... I guess it wouldn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt. Right, we have top-up valves here, so that this thing is like lower priority than this one. And this one is supposed to be getting a lot of nitrogen, but it's not getting them. I think because this... Wait, why? Why is that? So we are producing a lot of monoxide here. We are producing a lot of monoxide. And monoxide is processed here, I believe. Right, so this line is processing monoxide. And it also is supposed to be getting monoxide from here, but it's not getting it. Because this part is full. So these ones have lots of monoxide there. They have a problem with oxygen. Right. We are unable to produce enough oxygen. Is that what's going on? Oh, right, because we cannot flare all of nitrogen. Okay, now I get it. I understand it now. I finally got it. So let's say we want, I don't know, like something like this. Let's say we want to be able to clarify, like to flare a lot of nitrogen. I don't know how much we need to clarify, by the way, to flare. We need to flare... What is this? We need to flare basically 600 and nitrogen. If we want to flare it, 600 means we need 3 flare stacks, so we have 4. Okay, this should be fine. Should have enough. Maybe actually I want to move it by 1, and maybe I want to add a storage tank here. Just to make sure we don't accidentally flare too much. Okay, and with that change, as soon as this thing is constructed, we can actually take a look at it. The episode is already pretty long, but this was a very strange process. It looks simple, but I don't know. It took me a while to figure this out, to be honest. Let's wait for these buildings to be placed, and this should increase our oxygen production by a lot, like really a lot. And we should be able to... Like, the goal is to see all of this green. Like, that's what we want. All of them are supposed to be green. Why are these a bit yellow? Yeah, because we cannot even process stuff coming from here. Okay. And flash stacks seem to be working. They're even blinking a bit. The important part is that we have a lot of oxygen now. Should I pressurize it a little bit or not? No, it's fine the way it is. Like, look at this. All of this is green now. We fixed the process. And we got blocked. Yeah, that's basically it. We produced enough of what is it? Nitric acid canisters. Now everything stopped. We were able to build this thing just in time for that. Okay, look at this. This is looking pretty good. And we might actually be in luck, and this part might also be ready. I don't know whether it is or not, but it probably is. It probably is ready. It should just start working. We could wait for it to be finished, or we could just ignore it. It's fine either way. I think it's fine to ignore it. It will happen, like, you know. We know that the thing works. So we'll just be slowly stamping down that blueprint. And yeah, here is the result of today's episode. We built nitric acid block. Should be working, and you know what that means? That means that next one could be the robite. We could actually very, very easily build this one. It's basically like it's even easier than this one, because here we had to do something with the gas bottles that we are getting. But in this case, in case of robite, we're like literally just taking the acid and returning canisters to this station. We have lots of barrels, canisters, and gas bottles. Right, here is our nitric acid setup. Yeah, it stopped working, unfortunately. But it is working, and we saw all of this turning green for a moment once this got fixed. So the ratio seems to be mostly correct. Except for this part. We overbuilt this part a little bit, just because I wanted to be able to kind of go through the existing buffer a little bit faster. We also have, I believe, some stuff here. It's the same things, right? So we need to export them somewhere. I'll probably export them here. Or here. What's easier? I kind of feel that this might be easier. We'll see. Okay. We'll figure that out later. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you in the next episode. This was episode 116. Cheers!